went out. But anyhow, hope you guys are doing well. It is a Monday. It's a Monday night, 11 o'clock, and it was a holiday today, so I had the day off, which meant that I just did some more work with other stuff, with just my band stuff and whatnot. Anyhow, hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you had a good weekend, and yeah, I hope things are going all right. Like weather-wise, it warmed quite a bit today. It hit like 72. Okay, so sorry. It hit like 72 degrees here, which is 20, I don't know. I No matter how many years I live in Asia, it's been like 15 years. I still don't know my Celsius. I have a rough estimate. Uh, but anyhow, it was busy yesterday, and last week was pretty crazy also. So I just wanted to go over all the kind of stuff, all the stuff that's been going on. And I'm gonna move this just a little bit. Um, there's a lot of stuff that's been going down, a lot of stuff that will be coming up, and some updates too. Hey, what's going on, Eric? I can't believe you're actually here. How was Hanabiye tonight at Zep Haneda? That would have been a cool show. Again, I have yet to see Hanabiye, even though I do think highly of them. And I think they're doing a great job of just putting themselves out there and just hitting up all the festivals, doing shows here in Japan, over in the States, and Europe. I'm sure. I hope you're not bleeding anywhere. So Eric, who is a very gracious and loyal contributor to MNN, was there yesterday at a show called ZUMA at a venue called Club Sita, which has a capacity, at least online, of 500. And hey, what's going on, Gerald? I cannot tell you how many times I saw Eric's feet up in the air yesterday. Pretty funny, pretty funny. Held up Yukina and caught Matsuri. All right, that's cool. What's going on, Michael? Okay, so last week I did put off doing a live stream. Think just coming back from Thundersnake Atsugi, kind of late, tired, and I actually ended up taking a couple of days off. The following 2 days, I ended up having a fever and just I needed to rest up. So that's what's been going on. But yeah, a lot of good stuff and not great stuff has been happening. But let me just kind of break things down. I don't want to take too long. So first, let's get into what a lot of you, well, there's only 10 of you here, but what MNN is here for. And what's going on, Chris? The BAND-MAID show yesterday at Osaka. Yesterday? No, 2 days ago. No, yesterday? Jeez. My goodness, the 21st. So yeah, 2 days ago. It was the 23rd. So they had their show at Namba Hatch, which they've had a lot of shows at over the past few years. But it was their second session selection, another spin-off, Bangai Hen. Some really cool photos. The girls had an awesome time. I heard the fans also enjoyed it more. Arguably better than the Tokyo show at Shibuya Line Cube. Shibuya Line Cube has seating, Namba Hatch doesn't. That might have been one element. But also, I guess I'll share now because, before people were kind of like, oh, don't say anything about Miku. And some of you guys were wondering, some of you guys heard from other places. But basically, when I went to Tokyo Shibuya Line Cube, Miku was doing an intro. My gosh, what was the song? It's been a couple of weeks. Eric, help me out here. What song was that? Gerald. Why can't I remember? Right. Why can't I remember what that song was? From Now On. Thank you. From Now On. But it's arguably one of my favorite instrumentals. It did used to be, I would say, Onset. But yeah, From Now On, I think just kind of took on a life of its own. It's really something special. but Miku basically tried doing this intro and fumbled quite a bit, apologized profusely, got on her knees, and yes, I did hear that. I'm getting to that as well. And all the girls gave her quite a hard time, especially Psyche, as per usual. But yeah, so that was Osaka. They did have basically the same set list, except for one trade-off, which was instead of influencer, they ended up doing hate. So let me go over this. Unleash, freedom, lock and load, dice, don't you tell me, urine, glory, hate, without holding back, time, YOLO, Twilight Moi, from now on, dilly dally, play, the absolutely insane mashup of Magi and Brightest Star. Someone got on my case telling me, "Oh, you still don't know how to say Magi." I was saying Magie. I don't try that hard to remember. I just read it. I don't hear it. I've never actually heard it from someone. So, Magi, you're welcome. Present perfect, and then no God. But yes, as Eric just shared, they did sound tighter. The acoustics were better. I'm sure it was an amazing time. And I did hear a lot of people had an amazing time during the show and after the show. And because it was so amazing, they ended up getting drunk and ended up being quite worn out the following day. Yeah. So all right, so that was basically Osaka. Nothing too special or grand. Again, the set list was the same as Tokyo a couple weeks ago, week and a half ago, and they're about to get into the world tour. Let's look very carefully. They will be starting March 20th in Asia, in Hong Kong. I'm not going to go into all the dates and all the shows, but they did end up adding 3 more shows at 3 more places in Japan. The first that they added is June 27th, Hiroshima. Blue Live Hiroshima, not the usual Club Quattro. So I'm curious when they decided to add Hiroshima and why not Club Quattro. I'm sure it was booked already, otherwise they would have done it. Unless there's a different reason, right? Maybe it's larger. I don't know. They added Hyogo at Kobe Harbor Studio, which they played at before. They were there a couple years ago, 3 years ago, when they first started doing shows again after COVID. Oh, okay, you did. Sorry. Let me get to you on that later. And then they also added Aichi, November 1st. At Comtech Port Base, which is another venue that I've never heard of. So it's interesting that they did add locations, but the venues that they're playing at are places that I haven't heard of besides Harbor Studio. So it's kind of interesting on that. But yeah, other than that, the other big news that dropped today is that the Maids will be performing at Download Festival in Europe. The dates. It is 106 days and 12 hours from now. June 10th to the 14th, Wednesday to Sunday. Yeah, Wednesday to Sunday at Donington Park. That sounds quite British, unless it's not. But yeah, quite a few bands over all those days. Day to Remember, Anchor, And Is Okay, Architects, As Everything Unfolds, As It Is, Ash, Baby Metal, Bad Omens, BAND-MAID, Behemoth, Black Veil Brides, Blood Incantation, Bloodywood, Boundaries, Bush, Bush, man, it's been ages. Catch Your Breath, Cavalera, Conjurer, Corrosion of Conformity, Creeper, Cypress Hill, Daughtry, Decapitated, Decessus, Die Spitz, Dinosaur Pileup, Dogstar, Keanu Reeves. Always a cool guy to see. Tons of other bands. I don't want to read all of them because it'll take a minute or two. So yeah, but BAND-MAID will be performing on Friday. So that is the sort of new big drop for BAND-MAID that they'll be performing. And I'm sure they will fill up other dates with other shows, with other festivals. But this is one of them. So yeah, I did hear that a lot of people were not able to get their tickets because apparently American Express didn't approve. Like they have a different security system that basically didn't allow for them to purchase their Budokan tickets. Um, there is a chance I may have one or two. I may have one or two tickets for the 13th, November 13th. That's the first night of Budokan. Um, I'm gonna try to go, and I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go to both nights, but we'll see what happens with work. So, just throwing that out there. We'll see what happens. But you know, come hit me up 7 months from now. Okay, so that is BAND-MAID. That is the news. The other thing that I did want to mention before I get into some of the smaller shows is very unfortunate and sad news. Although I was not, you know, a big listener of Lunacy, I know the legacy that they've left, the impact that they've had on Japanese musicians. And Shinya, their drummer, passed away from cancer on the 17th. So it's been a few days, but news came out a couple days ago. The Twitter X feed was just filled with tons of musicians that I know just offering their condolences, and it is unfortunate to lose someone who's made such an impact in your life. Um, and musicians tend to leave a bigger mark on your life than just their music. You know, it really, especially as you're growing up with their music, it means something really massive to you, and they're your heroes. And you know, I remember when I woke up and the day I found out that Eddie Van Halen had passed away. I mean, my heart was broken. Um, my whole life, I always just said, you know, Eddie Van Halen is my hero, and he's someone I aspired to. Not, I could never play like him, but just the joy, the passion. I just loved seeing him, hearing him, and which is why I love Erica Van Halen so much. But yeah, it's unfortunate. He did pass away at 56, really young. I mean, that's only a few years away from me, and I know for some of you, a few years down or more. So, um, but yeah, just sharing that with you guys. Yeah, so that was Shinya Yamada of Lunacy. So, okay, let's get into some of the shows that kind of came up that I partook in. If you looked at the thumbnail, the first sort of big show was Mixed Hell. And man, what a show that was. What a show that was. Hold on just a second here. Let's see. I'll just do this. Okay. This is actually from a couple of weeks ago, but since the bands are here, these are the bands that appeared at Mixed Hell, and this was February 14th, Valentine's Day. Truly a day of love. Ningen Isu, 88 Kassho Zunrei, which is like the 88th pilgrimage, something or other. Otoboki Beaver, Hagane, Kokeshi, Jugakusei Koke. What was that? It means coffin. So like junior high student coffin, which is pretty dark. MNU, Zilke. So 8 bands, and I had only actually seen Hagane and Zilke. So 2 out of 8 bands, which is great. It's really cool when you get to see a ton of bands that you've never watched and you don't quite know what to expect. So it's pretty amazing. It started at 1:30. Doors opened at 1. I got there a little bit before that, And I told myself, you know what, I'm just gonna use the bathroom. Like I don't think I can stay the whole time. But even though I was ticketed at 1150, so 1150, I got to like the third or fourth row for MNU who opened, and then I just said, damn it, you know, people left. I actually got to the rail and I was like, okay, let's just stick this out. Let's see how far I can get. And you know, the last time I held my pee for that long was watching the first Avengers movie, where I had to pee after like the first 20 minutes, and it's like a 3-hour movie. Pretty painful, but I had an awesome time, amazing bands. I was really happy to be up front, and great experience. So yeah, MNU, you know, I do have some footage, and I'm sure, you know, a lot of you guys have seen um, a lot of stuff from these bands before, but here's just some live stuff. So I'm actually really impressed with MNU, with their management, promotion, marketing, their whole team behind them. Like, the two girls themselves who rap and sing, and then the band behind them, I mean, they're great, but there's really definitely like people behind them doing a lot of stuff. You know, and they bring back that old school new metal Limp Bizkit rap, and it's fun. It's really fun. There's a lot of high energy, and you know, I had met them a couple years ago, or a year and a half ago, but I didn't get to hear them, just saw them at a show. Bought their CD, thought they were great stuff. But it's amazing how much they've grown, and they're doing actually a full nationwide tour coming up this year, so that's pretty wild. So again, this is a band that really made use of social media, consistent, constant, high quality stuff putting out there and making the connections. And I feel like if more bands did this, if more bands followed, I think, MNU in terms of like how they were promoting themselves, like they'd be bigger. A lot of fun though. Some guy tried getting pretty wild, like up front, but no one else was having it, so he kind of shut down pretty quickly after he bumped into a few of us. So. But yeah, I'm curious, how many of you are into like rap, hip hop, like more of that style? I think some people are, some people aren't. Some people appreciate, I think, the metalcore mix with hip hop and with rap, but not necessarily by itself. But it's hard to tell. I think there's a pretty eclectic mix of people and what their tastes are. So, but I think it's a lot more accepted. You know, just thinking about the bands that are out here in Japan. I don't know how it is in the States, to be honest. I don't really hear anything other every once in a while I'll hear like Sabrina Carpenter or Chapel Rowan, um, or K-pop Demon Hunters, stuff like that. So, but yeah, MNU was great. There's another band. I actually forget if it was this band and then Zilke or Zilke and this band. I think it was this band. So it was Chugakse Coffin. And it's they're pretty cool. Like they had a very strong live presence. The lead singer reminding me quite a bit of a cult leader, to be honest. The way that he was dressed, his attitude, he was really electric, but kind of terrifying in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it. But just the way he would kind of stare and the way he would do things. But it was great stuff. If you like Black Sabbath, if you like Led Zeppelin, like 70s, like metal, like heavier stuff, this is a really cool band to check out. Let me play a little bit that I took. So not all the bands could be recorded, just the ones that could. I did some footage. So he would go over to the drums, and there was a tom just there for him to play on. So he would play along with the drummer. got that old school classic rock vibe, right? What do you guys think? You can see the psychedelic stuff going on behind too, right? All right. Okay. So that was 중학생. Again, 중학생 코케 coffin. It's coffin. But I forget exactly how to pronounce it. Zilke, their whole stage is recorded. It's on MNN. If you guys haven't seen, you can check it out. Quite a few people have. It's already almost at 5,000 views, and not everyone's a fan. And I mean, you know, I get it. I think one of the biggest gaps is that people expected with sort of the legacy players, with Miho and with Toki in particular, that it would go more into that style. You know, there's metal, there's hard rock, and then it becomes more of it's more new metalish. It's a bit more modern. It infuses a lot more production than what people are used to or what they want necessarily. I know some people aren't the biggest fan of Anna with her vocals being a little bit thin. But you know, it is only the second performance. As long as they continue to play more, get comfortable with each other, and really sort of like dig their feet into just playing together as a band, you know, who knows what new material comes out. So I think it's okay. I don't absolutely love it in terms of like, I think it's the best thing I've ever heard, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, their whole show is on there. It's almost 30 minutes. And then Kokeshi, who I had heard of, I'd seen footage. It's an interesting blend of sort of dark art rock horror elements, a lot of screaming and wailing. It's got such a creepy vibe. Like, I was at the rail and there were times where she would just kind of stare in my direction. I literally was like, I felt uncomfortable. What's going on in the scene? But yeah, she was singing with a patch over a eye. Not like an eye patch, but like, it's supposed to be like a disfigurement over her eye, like flesh that's like melted kind of looking, but it fell off. It fell off. Yeah, Kano's amazing, right? Oh yeah, with Zilke, I didn't mention, you may have seen it in the footage, but it was really weird because both Toki and Miho on either side, there were two moments, like, I mean, one for each of them, but they like put their feet up on the riser, on the step in front, and to do a solo or to, like, you know, grab a pose, and they slipped and almost fell, and it was crazy. Like, I freaked out. I was scared for both of them. So I don't know if they were brand spanking new and like there was still too much of a sheen and grease on it, if it was the shoes or what it was, but it was kind of weird. People were losing glasses, losing shoes. The previous band, his soul was breaking off. There's another band coming up. The guy's glasses flew off and he couldn't find it, so he just kept on playing. It was a very interesting show in terms of like things that were happening. Kokeshi, their guitarist, something happened with the guitar or equipment. He disappeared, went backstage for like literally, it was like 10 minutes. So it was dead silent. And I ended up just kind of recording thinking, oh, something's gonna happen, or is this planned, or is it not? I was so confused. But to keep the mood, because it's sort of, again, it's performance art, rock, horror, you know, it just, there's a lot of dead time, which was unfortunate. It was unfortunate, but still, it was a cool performance. I hadn't seen Kokeshi before. I'll play a little bit, and you can. God, even looking at this video, like just the screen, look, just creeps me out. Are you guys fans of Kokeshi? I think they were fans of Eminem. always seems like she's exercising something. Not exercising, but exorcising. But yeah, are you guys fans of this kind of music? Are you not? You know, sorry. Some people are into the heavier stuff, some people aren't. So I'm curious where you guys lie with that. I know for me, I appreciate live performances, and if it's really heavy, that's great and it's fine. But I'm not gonna come home and then put on my headphones and like search out some of the heavier stuff. Some of the songs or artists who where the majority of it is screaming or growling, it's not quite my thing. I do prefer melodic. But I'm just curious how you guys feel about that. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Um, yeah, it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody. Uh, so let's see here. Ah, Hagane performed. Hagane was great. And it was really interesting when Hagane performed because what was interesting was that the last time I saw them a few months ago, I kind of, I don't want to say I fell in love with, but was like, I found myself a bit enamored with Juna. There was a moment where while she was playing where she just kind of got lost, and something about what I was seeing and hearing just captured me, like in a way that it hadn't before. Seeing her previously, or even just online when she plays. So I was kind of like keeping my eye on her, and this is gonna sound, it's not what it sounds like it is, but I'm just relaying what I saw or experienced. But every time Sakura would come up to the front and start playing, she kind of looked over in my general direction. And not a lot, but a few times it looked like she was looking directly at me. And so I was just like, I was trying to look at Juna, and then but when I would look at Sakura, she would like look at me. And I was like, oh, does she think I'm cute? Like I was kind of like in my own little world, I think. So it was kind of funny, but it was a cool show. They put on a great performance. Hagane is another band that I think has done wonders over the past, year since they've come out with the new members, and great job of just putting out content, great job of putting on great shows, great job of putting out great music, which is number one. I mean, I don't care how many like live streams you do. I don't care how many like fan meetings you have. I don't care like how much merch you have. Like if you put out great music that people just can't deny and can't stop listening to, like that'll grab followers. And I think for me, when I think of Hagane, they continue to put out music that people just love. So it's weird to say I'm proud of them, but I'm really like proud of what they've been putting out in terms of their music, in terms of their content, in terms of putting out things that people want to see, and they've continued to gain followers. And it's kind of easy to see how they've grown so much in such a short amount of time. So great show. Again, I kind of got lost in my own little world of Sakura just looking at me. And I was like, is she looking at me? Is she looking at me? But I was trying to look at Juna. So I was just like, it was like a love triangle. Not really. Anyhow, Otoboke Beaver, I can't even say that. Otoboke Beaver. First time seeing them. Tons of fun. Quite quirky, kooky, very idiosyncratic is, I think, the word that I want to use with them. Great sound, great energy, and just entertaining as hell. So I'll play some footage of them playing, and they've been around for quite a few years. I do feel sad that Kaho Kiss left. I really liked the footage I had seen of her. Yeah, super fun. Super fun. love her random posing. A lot of fun. But you know, they've been around for like almost 2 decades, really. So you know, they've been at it for a while. So it's cool that they're getting recognition like globally right now. I think as a band, like that's just really cool to be acknowledged by your peers, especially those who are global and maybe people you even respected growing up, listening to growing up. So yeah, so I recorded the whole song. I will post this up on MNN at some point, but a lot of fun, super fun. Let's see who I have next here. Is it more? Yeah, like her poses are just quirky. She's a mom that would definitely throw her slipper at you. All right, let's see if I have anything else. Okay. So this is Erica the following day. But yeah, it was great. It closed out with Ningen Isu. First time I had seen them. Yeah, it's just good, just downbeat driving, just hard rock. It was really good stuff. Really good stuff. Really enjoyed them a lot. And yeah, I feel like you know the newer bands are great, but the older bands and people who had you know that older, just you know that experience, it showed. You know, from Ningen Isu to Otoboki Beaver to Hachiju Hachi Kasho Junrei, which is another band. I couldn't take footage of them, but they were a mix of like of Rush. I was thinking of Rush, of Primus, a little bit of Jane's Addiction. Really cool stuff. 3-piece band. This is the guitarist lost his glasses, but let me see if I have here. Let's see now. Okay. Yeah, let me play a little bit of their stuff. This is their newer stuff. This is where the video gets demonetized because of copyright. Definitely a musician's band. Tons of time signatures, just very progressive. Fantastic live band. Fantastic live band. Yeah, great 3-piece band. So it's Hachiju Hachi, 88, Kasho Junrei. Yeah, it's kind of got that avant-garde sort of vibe to it. Cool stuff. Really cool. So yeah, I think that was all of Mixed Hell. Which was really, really cool. I mean, man, did I really, really have to pee by the end of the show. But It was such great music, and the fact that I could be, like at the front seeing all these amazing bands for the first time, like I felt pretty lucky. Not just pretty, I felt truly lucky. So that was awesome. And the following day was Sally, along with her band members, with Uyu, Yukina Impact, and then Kanchan, because Vivi or Bibi from Hadichi, formerly Shoujo S, ended up dropping out for reasons. Um, so much fun. I cannot tell you how much more of a fan I became of Uyu after the show. I was already a fan. I already loved her voice. She was one of the reasons I really liked Hagane when I first heard them. I was sad that she left. And initially, I thought that she was a better fit for Hagane. Now I know that Nagi is a stronger singer. She brings something really just special to Hagane. But I still love Uyu. She's great with Dizzy Reverse. She's great with Mana Diagram, and so much fun, so much fun with Sally, because I don't know, she's kind of like let loose. Like it was almost like a high school like talent show. She had on her sunglasses. She was just having fun. She was cracking jokes, like walking around with a lot of swagger. Sally had to like say, all right, we got it. Cool down, cool down." But it was so interesting to see that dynamic. With Yukina Impact, amazing bassist, like if you've heard her play, but I don't think she knew the songs well enough to kind of like let loose. So unfortunately, her performance was much more just focused on keeping the notes and like watching her iPad with the score. So that was, a little bit of a bummer as I was taking photos for them. But still, it was great, like musically. There's a song called Into the Desire on Sally's album, and Uyu absolutely killed that song. Like shredded it. Amazing, amazing. So I had so much fun just seeing them perform, watching them perform. I hope Uyu can join them again. And if you guys get a chance, like, I don't know, man, that's something special. It's really something special. Seeing Whiskey Dust after the longest time was great. You forget how much you love hearing, or I love hearing Erica because of the fact that I love Eddie so much. I mean, it's great stuff, regardless, but the connection that I feel because of that. And it was cool because after the show, Sally mentioned that after the rehearsal for Whiskey Dust, she like ran to them and was like, "Oh my gosh, you're amazing. I love it." Like she just loved Erica's tone, her sound, her bending, like her technique. She was like, You're so great." And then Erica returned the compliment also on Twitter X. So that's cool to see, because I was actually curious, like, how will that work? Because there's such different people and there's such different players in terms of their sound, their technique, their attitude. And Sally's much more metal and Erica's rock. So that was really interesting to see. Uh, so yeah, that was a great show. Whiskey Dust along with Sally's band. There was a following band that consisted of Chaji, and then a couple of other players who have been around for a while. They definitely have their female fans. There were a lot more ladies there than usual, a little bit older. So you kind of get an idea, like they're from like a previous generation. Great stuff, but I could only stay for a couple of the songs. I had to head home for Suho. They did a cover of "Come Together." It sounded great, and yeah, Charge. That guy's just so much fun to watch. It's insane. It's insane. It's so good. So yeah, that was last weekend. This weekend, I only went to one show. There were a lot of shows going on today, and then previously. You haven't seen them yet. You'll have fun. You'll definitely have fun. Um, Yesterday was pretty wild. It was Zuma Zuma Zuma, and God, like I really feel like they shouldn't do that. Like I don't know what they were thinking to put so many amazing bands all together, um, where like you don't have a breather. like you got to put in like a bad band somewhere, so you know you can kind of like, yeah, take a break. So I did photos for the Frail. It's cool. I have 2 new passes. The Frail from ZUMA, and then Sally from Thundersnake. Oh, let's go. What's going on, Bill? No problem at all. I'm doing all right. Thank you very much for asking. I hope you're well too. But yeah, so there's one band whose name I don't know. That's where I actually stepped out, and a few others did too, including Eric, Gerald, Michael Barber was there, Stephen Willis. Is that it? I think so. To grab a bite, but I got there at like 11:15, just so I could set up. Doors opened at 11:30. So here's the list minus the band whose name I can't remember. In order: Broken by the Scream, The Frail, Kamen Joshi, DIMRAYS, Brideyear, Straw Day, band I don't know, Picarin Shina, Shina Picarin, Aisagasa Eyeshadow, Lumerize, Palineo. So I saw, I don't want to say 10, 9.5 bands, maybe closer to 9, because I left halfway through Palineo Sex, needed to get back. But yeah, it was pretty wild. Like, these are all bands that you would love to see at any like circuit, any festival, like here in Tokyo in the scene. And these are bands that, you know, I would actively try to, you know, to watch. So seeing them all come together was pretty amazing. I'm not gonna go into everything into detail. Broken by the Scream, I've said before, I'm not the biggest like idol fan. I was huge on K-pop for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and then I kind of like went out of my system. I enjoyed it, but I never felt the urge to go see a show. I haven't. Tell them, tell them that. Oh, you did. That's cool. Just tell them that Peter wants them to perform. Me, Peter, not you, Peter. Yeah, you might want to like message me on that again. But yeah, so if Mix Hell were sort of like the heavy hitters, the big players, for a lot of them, these are like sort of the big players in the indie circuit, you know. But Broken by the Scream, I enjoy them. You know, they're fun, they're cute. As I was watching, I was like, yeah, they are cute. Like, this would be so appealing to a middle-aged older man, who loves to hear like some metal, see some cute girls dancing. Um, you know, not totally my thing. Because you know, I grew up playing music, and this isn't the best analogy, but I was thinking about this a little bit earlier. It's kind of like if you took a master carpenter, if you took a master carpenter to IKEA, and then you said, "Dude, check out the craftsmanship on this Nuken Fliebenstein, Sting, whatever," you know, like, love it. Look how smooth that is. Look at the joints. I don't know, whatever. And if you took a master carpenter, you know, he'd be like, "What the hell?" And it's not quite that analogy. It's not exactly that. But as somebody who has played music, you know, I haven't played for a while, but you know, most of his life, um, it just feels. And even though there are people who are playing, like the guys in the back, I don't know, the whole dancing thing doesn't totally do it. I enjoy Dizzy Reverse though for some reason more. They're a bit more of my vibe. And again, I really like Uyu a lot too. So um, yeah. So anyhow, okay. The Frail, always great to see. I've been doing their photos for quite some time, and I'm just happy to. Like, again, I feel like they are growing. I'm not sure, you know, they just got a manager, and I'm not quite sure what their trajectory is, what their plans are, or how they plan to get there. but it does seem like they're doing something. And I think especially after my interview with Arisa, um, I've just gotten, I don't know, they're not the easiest band to get close to for me personally, but with Arisa, I'm really cool. You know, like I've seen her at the past couple of BAND-MAID shows. So yeah. Kamen Joshi, I stepped out, I stepped in. They felt a bit generic. Wasn't totally my thing. Um, their sounds, their moves just didn't quite grab me, even less than in general. So you might like them. I don't want to like bash on them, but it just wasn't for me. So that's Kamen Joshi, which is like mask Kamen girls Joshi. Then DIMRAYS, always an awesome time. Did photos for them. A lot of fun. Ended up doing our promo. Let me show you a little. So this is for the show in Korea, but it was kind of funny because Maki didn't quite get the pronunciation right. So I basically had ChatGPT turn the Korean into katakana so they could read it. But here's just a little bit. Let me see. 안녕하세요. 디브레스입니다. 오원 오일 솔 에오알 에솔레이브 공연을 합니다.
언더문라디 신화도 함께합니다.
정말 멋진 밤의 거예요.
So basically, Maki screwed up a little bit. Kano started laughing. I started laughing, and then that was just one take, but that was a lot of fun. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's been really cool getting close to DIMRAYS, helping them out, and just hoping that this show in Korea will be a stepping stone for them. Even if I'm not a part of whatever comes afterwards, I appreciate being a part of what it is now and hopefully what it may become. Yeah, Bright Ear was awesome. You had people. It's interesting because when you have worlds collide, you have the people. Like if it's Bright Ear plus a band that usually has moshing and stage diving and crowd surfing. It's yeah, Brighter like gets some of that heat. So we're playing. Oh, right. Yeah. They do have a show. They just got it. But yeah, so it was interesting because there was one song, and this is where I screwed up. I thought I had hit record because there was one song where Kimmy said, "You guys can, record this one song for." It was Ghoul. And I thought I recorded it, but I didn't. So I was basically just holding my camera open the whole time, even though I wasn't recording anything. But I was towards more the back. And then you had the guys who are actually recording the song, but then you have the guys who are like, let's have a good time. So they're just like running up to the front. They're basically crowd surfing, throwing people up in the air. And it was a weird mashing and like collision of sorts. But it was a lot of fun. Straw Day, I had to do my stuff with DIMRAY, so I couldn't actually go in and see them. But they're a lot of fun, really petite. They're like, 140 centimeters. They're like 4'10" at the most. But they've got a good sound. Really fun hard rock. There's some rap in there too, from Erica, the bassist. They are sisters. But yeah, if you do end up coming to Japan and can get a chance to see them, I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's the two of them, plus they have a drummer. Then you had the band that I don't remember, Went to Go Eat, and then Pikarin Shina. She looked so normal compared to her other outfits, so I was kind of surprised. Looked very casual compared to what she usually has on. But it was pretty cool. I didn't love it. I don't know if I completely love like her songs either. Not to downplay like what she's doing. It's not just totally my thing, but it's good stuff. It's fun, and then she'll like walk out into the crowd while people are kneeling down and start stepping on them, walking around. So it's a cool vibe. It's a lot of fun. A lot of girls follow her because she's done idol stuff before too. So really petite as well. Then the last three are quite similar. They're sort of the bigger players in the indie scene these days. Isagasa Eyeshadow, who has really like picked up the pace in the past year and a half, grew a lot. I think just by sheer force of their live performances with Yukina, with their songs. Um, their songs like it just feels like it's a club, it's a game, it's a lot of different things coming at you. It's in your face, but it's a lot of fun. But great performance. Their fans get a little bit crazy, but it's a lot of fun. So Isagasa Eyeshadow, Lumerize, as you may have heard, the guitarist and the bassist, I know the bassist name, Otto, I don't remember the guitarist name, but they will be leaving soon. So this will be one of the last few performances before they take off, and then I don't know what happens. Um, but yeah, it was fun. Again, like Lumerize, I usually like Kokomi's voice better. It didn't sound as good for some reason. I don't know what it was, if it was the venue, the reverb, like what was going on, but it felt a little bit off. I see, Kurumi. But yeah, still good stuff. Don't get me wrong. She is one of my favorite live front women. Um, yeah, so they always put on a great show, a lot of fun, and she likes to get down. I've seen better shows from them, but it was still a lot of fun. And then the last was Palaneo, which like it's I still think about when I first saw them like 2.5 years ago in Osaka when the Frail used to be Bad Bubble and they were putting on a show and I was like, oh, I mean, they put out a pretty cool song. This is like when their first single like come out, like their music video. I was like, okay, it's all right. Live, they need some work. But damn, did they work hard. And especially Hohomi. She's become such a strong front woman, such a strong like performer in terms of her singing, just her death voice. Like she really puts on a show. She's become so much more confident. And they're definitely a band worth watching as well. Um, yeah, a lot of fun. And the crowd, it's like those last three bands, it's like the crowd, they're like all in. And people were tired. People were like, oh my God, why am I here? I should be home. I need to rest. And then all I see is Eric, Eric Ifune, like with his feet up in the air for like every band, just going up to the front, being like thrown across. Um, I respect you for being as mature as you are and still doing what you're doing and just going all out. It's really cool. So, but yeah, so that was yesterday at Zuma Zuma. It was great, but it was tiring. One of those days where like you wonder, like, oh man, should I just go home? Like I was really legitimately considering, should I just go home? This is like right before Isaga's Eyeshadow, because I was just so tired. But I stepped out, ended up drinking like oh yeah. That's a cool show that's gonna be coming up too. That'll be a great show. That'll be a great show. Oh, and then I saw BB. BB from My Little Devil. Yeah, she was there because she went to go see Palaneo. And I was trying to make the connection because it's been such a long time. I was like, oh, BB, hey, how are you? It's been such a long time. It's like, who are you here for? She's like, Palaneo. And I was like, oh, wait. I was like, I couldn't. And then it's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Because I already had done support guitar for My Little Devil quite a few times. So yeah, it was cool. Like BB still remembers my name. Like I haven't seen her that much. Um, but she's one of those people that's like, she remembers things. She's really cool, really sweet. Kind of asked, with Ren leaving and then with Yui leaving and, what's going to happen. And it sounded like they may have something in place, people in place potentially. She didn't say it outright, but I kind of got that vibe that it's possible. So I think she has a show, or they have a show coming up in April, she said. So keep an eye out for My Little Devil as well, because they have not gone away. And BB puts on a really fun show as well. She's a lot of fun. But Yui was great. One of the best like headbanging bassists And then London was great too. So, but yeah, it's interesting. All these bands like leaving and like members departing. Actually, even today, Yuri, she has her birthday coming up. There's a May 17th show at Crescendo. And instead of being sponsored by Hades, it'll be sponsored by Surge K. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I will ever feel about that. Because Hades. Um, but I don't want to linger. Um, even though I do unintentionally. So yeah. Been reaching out to her. How are they doing? Yes, Hada will be playing next month at Thundersnake. It's part of the SGBC show that's coming up. Um, Let me pull that up real quickly. Um, let's see, whiskey. So yeah, Venus. But then with Venus, the bassist who is Natsuo of the Frail, she left. So I don't know who they're gonna have playing instead. But Venus, Sato's playing. It's been ages. Sylvie, Fill It Up, and Whiskey Dust. So it's definitely gonna go much more into the classic rock, hard rock. Besides Sylvie, who is much more, what would you say? A little bit more goth, I would say. A little bit darker in terms of their style. But yeah, it'll be a cool show. So and Ubi Doobie SGBC and Chris, you did say that you can't wait. Oh, she is playing. Okay, cool, cool. But yeah, that's what's going on this coming Saturday. Wait, let's see. This coming Saturday, there's a show at Antinoch with not Whiskey Dust. They never play there. With Dimrays and with Gangire. Um, so yeah, with Dimrays and Gangire. So I'm gonna try to be at that show for at least the first part because it's a full day thing. And the following day, there'll be Girls, Girls, Girls in Shimokitazawa. Not just girls in general, but like Sally, Hime, who sings for Fate Gear, Mari playing drums, Ichino, Gashan, Crash on bass. Is that it? I think I'm missing someone. I think another guitarist. And then later on that night will be Brideyear, The Frail, Neon Oni. Still not sure how I feel about that band. Not the biggest fan of AI music, even though I enjoy the music. Just, I don't know. And there was someone else. Who was it? It's four people playing. Brideyear, The Frail, Neon Oni, and Aisagasa Eyeshadow. So that'd be a really cool show too. But yeah, other than that, there's other stuff that's coming up, but we'll leave that for next time. I feel like I missed questions. Oh, so for our fundraiser, Coffin is Kanoke. Sorry, Kanoke. We are at 77% for our GoFundMe for the show. We have raised $3,814 out of 5,000. So if you have not donated yet, or if you have and you want to donate more, please feel more than free to. We are happy to invite your graciousness and your generosity. We still have a couple of months, so I'm not too worried. I do believe in the generosity of fans for the bands they love, and I know a lot of people do love Dimrays, and they've done their part, I think, in giving to their fans quite a bit. So, if any of you are watching, I know previously forgot your name, didn't see it from Poland, but yeah, if you would like to help out as well, please do so. I will leave the link below. Um, yeah, sorry guys. I tend to miss all these chats while I'm going through this stuff, so Yeah. Okay, guys. That has been 2 weeks of shows. Amazing, because it's just one of those reminders, you know? I mean, I saw what? Let's just say 10. 10 plus 8, 18 plus 3, 21, and a few more. So basically over 20 bands in the past couple of weeks that are just amazing. And it's just wild, you know? Like Japan, Tokyo in particular, just really, really, I mean, I wonder if people realize how lucky they are, how blessed they are to live here. Like I do. I think I'm pretty aware. You know, I used to live in the boondocks, and I know that when I see these bands, like it's just, you know, these are bands that people would kill to see, who fly thousands of miles, pay thousands of dollars to see. And, you know, here I am riding my bike or taking the train. And no, of course not. The amount does not matter. It will add up. Um, Anything is appreciated. You know, $5, $10. If you feel only $1 is enough, and like that's all you can afford, that's fine. Like I understand people have their predicaments or situations, so don't worry about that at all. I'm just grateful that people are offering even just a little bit. So you know, again, don't worry about the actual amount. Both myself and DIMRAYS are very, very grateful for everyone who is contributing and helping out. And it does seem like from when I was talking with people yesterday, I don't want to name names at the moment, but it does seem like there will be a couple of international fans who are going, American fans. That's really, really cool. I'm very happy about that. And on a sadder but understandable note, because you know the bands that are playing, including DIMRAYS, like DIMRAYS is the most mild out of the three. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Chris. You did tell me, and I'm waiting. Don't disappoint me. Um, but you know, there's a guy and his wife I used to go to church with way back in the day here in the States. Not here in the States, like back in the States. They moved to Korea when I was there. I left Korea, they stayed there. But they want to see me. So you know, they were going to buy tickets for the show, and then the wife heard the music and said, um, her husband tells me, because I was friends, you know, with the husband more. Um, she wants to see you maybe before the show, you know, just take some time out. She heard the music and it's not quite her thing. Which I understand, you know, I can't hold that against anyone. Like I get it. Some people like the heavier stuff, some people do not, and that's totally fine. So that was kind of amusing, a little bit sad, but I understand it. Um, let's see. Very quickly before I wrap up, this has gone on a little bit longer than I expected. Where is that? Where is that? Da, 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 da. Darn it. Can't find it. But I'll just do this one. Oh, is this it? No, I don't think this is it either. No, this isn't it either. But I did get Gungi Days. This is from a few weeks ago when they were really, really close to me. Shindaita Fever. And then another Gungi Day. So I have like 3 now from them. Oh, Dizzy Reverse is up there. That's where I put it. That was nice to get. And then I got yesterday's set list from DIMRAYS after I took photos for them. And then another reminder for those who are coming for the Day of Maid show. 5/5 is my show with DIMRAYS in Seoul. I don't know if you can make it out. I understand if you can't, but if you can, that would be amazing. It is their first show ever overseas. It is my first show ever sponsoring. It just happens to be in Korea, which was pretty ridiculous of me to try and do, but we're doing it, so I'm happy about that. But that's on May 5th, Children's Day during Golden Week. And then on the 9th, which is the day before the day of Maid, you have One Sky doing their showcase at Shinjuku Antinoch with a lot of great bands, Risky Melody, Doll Parts. Once again, I took this photo, yay! Sai Sega and Alika. So great bands you guys can check out if you are in the area during that time. Yeah, please support One Sky because doing that will help get Japanese bands to play eventually in the States. So, I mean, that has been, or that was my dream. It was a very expensive dream, which I cannot fulfill myself, so I'm not even going to try. But Korea is manageable with your help. So, having said that, I will leave that there. I do want to thank you guys constantly for all your support. Are planning vlogging while they're in Korea. Yeah, there's a lot of little different things that I have ideas for, including photos and videos. But yeah, vlogging, I'm sure whether it's them or it's me, like there'll be some of it happening at some point. We are supposed to arrive there on Monday, basically the day after Zilke's performance with Kano. And then she has to take a flight early in the morning with me and with Maki, which is going to be crazy. But if everything works out and there's no issues and we actually make it to Korea, then we can head over to the Airbnb, which isn't too far from the venue, unpack, maybe rest up, go out, have some good food, check out Hongdae, the area around, have some fun. And yeah, the 5th will be the full show, and then we'll be leaving in the afternoon the following day on Wednesday. So it's a really short trip. It's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But we have to jam pack that in. And that reminds me, I have to find a place for Suho for those days. So wish me luck, guys. It's going to cost me some money, and it's going to require some planning. But yeah, Kano it's insane. She played for Pikarin as well yesterday. So yeah, I don't know how she does it. It's crazy. It's pretty crazy. It's a good thing she's still young. She's still in her 20s. All right, guys. This video's gone on over an hour. I didn't mean to keep you guys here that long. I'm glad you guys stuck around. I really appreciate that. I know you guys have your lives to live, but thank you for taking time out to check out MNN, to hear my stories, to support these bands. Yeah, so this year, get as much of BAND-MAID as you can before they go on hiatus from their live shows next year. And then, when you guys do come here, like Chris is coming next month. I mean, I was telling this to Eric yesterday because I saw him. I've seen him a lot recently. um, but for me, I don't feel the need to get my fill every single time because I live here. And I figure, oh, if I, don't go to this show, I'll see them again some other time soon, which is generally the case unless the band breaks up or something happens, member leaves, which does happen. But otherwise, I'm a little bit more relaxed. So anyhow, I will catch you guys again next time. Thank you guys again. If you have questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section. I will post the link. That's the way to do it while you're here. Yeah, stay hydrated though. I will post a link for the DIMRAYS GoFundMe. And again, we appreciate everything that you guys do contribute in the smallest way. That's, we appreciate it. So thank you. All right, guys, I'll talk to you again. I'll see you again. I'm going to walk my dog, try to get some rest, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.